Today I want to remind you of a simple, yet powerful truth. Everything in your life is responding to what you believe. And when you act as if everything always works out for you, life has no choice but to comply. This principle is not just a fleeting thought, it is the key to transforming your entire reality. Think for a moment, how often have you worried about things going wrong, only to find yourself experiencing exactly what you feared? This isn't mere coincidence. Your thoughts, feelings, and expectations are the architects of your reality. The moment you start acting as if success is inevitable, the universe begins to shift, aligning events, people, and opportunities to ensure that everything works out for you. At the foundation of everything you experience in life is the profound truth that belief shapes reality. This idea is not just a philosophical concept, it is the driving force behind every event, every circumstance, and every outcome you encounter. The way you perceive the world, the things you believe to be true about yourself, and the assumptions you hold about life all contribute to the creation of your external reality. It is not the world that acts upon you, rather, it is your beliefs that act upon the world. Your beliefs serve as the lens through which you interpret every situation. When you truly understand the power of belief, you realize that your internal world, your thoughts, emotions, and expectations constructs the external circumstances of your life. To shape your reality in alignment with your desires, you must first change what you believe is possible. This is because your beliefs set the boundaries of what you are able to experience. If you believe that success, joy, and fulfillment are scarce or difficult to achieve, that is exactly what you will experience. If you believe, instead, that life flows effortlessly, bringing you abundance and opportunities, you will witness the world reflecting that belief back to you. This phenomenon can be observed in every area of life. Think of individuals who seem to have it all, those who consistently achieve success, find love, or navigate challenges with ease. While it may seem like luck or coincidence, the truth is that their core beliefs about themselves and the world dictate these outcomes. They believe they are worthy of success, deserving of love, and capable of handling any obstacle. As a result, life continually presents them with opportunities that match these beliefs. On the other hand, those who feel they are victims of circumstance, unlucky or unworthy of good things, experience a reality filled with struggle and disappointment. The world becomes a mirror for what they believe inside. The power of belief lies not only in conscious thoughts, but also in the deeper, often hidden assumptions that operate beneath the surface. These subconscious beliefs are even more powerful than the thoughts you consciously entertain. They are the underlying scripts that drive your behavior and, ultimately, your experience of reality. For example, if you consciously say that you want success, but harbor a subconscious belief that you are not good enough, or that success comes only through struggle, those subconscious beliefs will override your conscious intentions. It is only when you bring your internal beliefs into alignment with your desires that reality begins to shift in your favor. Understanding this concept provides you with the power to transform any aspect of your life. The first step is becoming aware of your beliefs. Take a moment to reflect on your core beliefs about various areas of your life. What do you believe about money, relationships, health, and your own abilities? Do you hold empowering beliefs, or are you allowing limiting beliefs to shape your experience? Awareness is the key, because once you recognize the beliefs that no longer serve you, you can choose to replace them with new, empowering ones. Changing your beliefs is not an instant process, but it is entirely possible with consistent effort. One of the most effective ways to shift your beliefs is through the power of imagination. When you vividly imagine yourself living the life you desire, as if it is already true, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind. The mind does not differentiate between real experiences and those vividly imagined. By engaging your imagination, you are effectively planting the seeds of new beliefs. Over time, as these new beliefs take root, your reality will begin to shift accordingly. Another powerful tool in reshaping your beliefs is affirmation. By repeatedly affirming statements that align with the reality you wish to create, you reinforce these new beliefs. For example, if you want to shift your belief about success, you might affirm, "I am successful in everything I do." or opportunities flow to me effortlessly. The key is to speak these affirmations as if they are already true, with conviction and emotion. Over time, as your subconscious mind accepts these new beliefs, you will see evidence of them manifesting in your external world. It is also important to cultivate a mindset of trust and patience. The process of changing your beliefs and reshaping your reality does not happen overnight, but it is inevitable when you persist. You may not see immediate results, but rest assured that the moment you shift your internal state, the external world begins to reorganize itself to match. This is the power of belief in action. It is like planting a seed in the ground. While you may not see it sprout right away, it is growing and developing beneath the surface. With time, it will break through and blossom into a visible, tangible result. Ultimately, the reality you experience is not dictated by external forces, luck or chance. It is created from within. The beliefs you hold about yourself, others, and the world at large determine the life you live. When you change your beliefs, you change your reality. The possibilities are endless when you realize that the world responds to your assumptions. It bends and shapes itself to reflect what you believe to be true. So choose beliefs that empower you, uplift you, and align with the life you truly desire to create. The simple act of assuming the best outcome is a powerful force that can transform your life. This mindset shift, from expecting failure or mediocrity to expecting success and abundance, alters the very fabric of your reality. It is not just about thinking positively, but about deeply embodying a belief that the best possible result will always manifest, regardless of the situation. When you assume the best, you move through life with a sense of calm assurance, knowing that no matter what the current circumstances appear to be, the final outcome will work in your favor. When you assume the best outcome, you align yourself with a state of confidence and trust. This is a mindset where fear, doubt, and worry no longer have power. Most people operate from the opposite perspective, constantly fearing the worst, anticipating failure, or believing that things are going to go wrong. But this focus on negative possibilities only creates more of the same. Your energy, thoughts, and emotions act as signals that the world responds to. If you continuously expect difficulties, that is exactly what life will deliver. However, when you shift to assuming the best, you send out a powerful signal that attracts circumstances, people, and events that align with your optimistic expectations. One of the key principles behind this idea is the fact that what you focus on expands. If you focus on outcomes that are filled with joy, success, and fulfillment, those outcomes begin to materialize in your life. The energy you invest in positive assumptions creates a magnetic force that draws those very experiences to you. It is not about blindly hoping for good things, but about knowing that the best possible scenario will unfold. This internal knowing generates a frequency that shakes your external reality. The more you assume the best, the more life reflects back situations where everything falls into place effortlessly. At the heart of assuming the best is the understanding that life is a mirror, constantly reflecting back to you your dominant state of mind. If you walk through life expecting to fail, life will reflect failure back to you. On the other hand, if you walk through life expecting success, fulfillment, and joy, life will mirror those experiences back to you as well. This is why it's so important to cultivate the habit of assuming the best in every situation, no matter how challenging it may seem at the moment. When challenges arise, your instinct may be to panic, doubt, or prepare for the worst. However, assuming the best does not mean ignoring the challenges. Instead, it means acknowledging them while maintaining a steadfast belief that the ultimate outcome will still be favorable. You are not denying reality, you are shaping it with your expectations. Challenges are simply temporary obstacles that are part of the journey toward your desired outcome. When you assume the best, you recognize that even difficulties can be stepping stones towards something greater. This mindset applies to all areas of life, whether it's a personal goal, a relationship, or a career endeavor. Assuming the best outcome can shift the trajectory of any situation. Imagine approaching a job interview, a significant project, or a new relationship with the unwavering belief that it will go smoothly and lead to something amazing. That energy changes how you show up, how you interact with others, and how others respond to you. People are drawn to confidence and optimism, and opportunities seem to present themselves when you carry an air of expectation that things will work out. The beauty of assuming the best is that it removes the stress and anxiety associated with worrying about potential failure. Worry, after all, is a misuse of imagination. When you spend your mental and emotional energy worrying about worst-case scenarios, you drain your power and place yourself in a state of resistance. This resistance creates friction in your life, making it harder for things to flow smoothly. But when you assume the best, you let go of that resistance and allow life to unfold naturally. You no longer feel the need to control or manipulate outcomes because you trust that things are working out in your favor. A powerful benefit of this mindset is that it aligns you with a state of inner peace and confidence. When you assume the best, you don't just think positively for a moment and then revert back to fear. Instead, you develop a deep-rooted sense of calm and certainty that no matter what happens, it will ultimately be for your good. This inner peace comes from knowing that life is working in harmony with your desires, and that, in the end, the outcome will be even better than you can imagine. It's important to note that assuming the best does not mean being passive. On the contrary, it inspires action. When you assume the best, you are inspired to take steps toward your goals with enthusiasm and confidence. You're not paralyzed by the fear of failure or the weight of uncertainty. Instead, you act from a place of empowerment, knowing that each action you take is contributing to a positive outcome. This proactive approach creates a momentum that accelerates the realization of your desires. In relationships, assuming the best can transform the dynamics between people. When you expect the best from others, you naturally bring out their higher qualities. Your assumption that people will treat you well, communicate clearly, and act with integrity encourages them to rise to that level. On the other hand, if you expect negativity, betrayal, or miscommunication, you are likely to experience those very things because people unconsciously respond to the energy you project. Your imagination is the most powerful tool you possess. It is not merely a means of escaping reality, but rather it is the source from which reality is born. Every circumstance in your life, whether good or bad, is a reflection of the images, thoughts, and scenarios you have held in your mind. It is the creative engine that drives the experiences you encounter daily. Understanding the role of imagination in shaping your reality allows you to take control of your life in ways that may have previously seemed impossible. At the core of this concept is the principle that everything starts in the mind. Before anything can manifest in the physical world, it first exists as an idea, a vision, or an image within your imagination. This is true for the smallest daily occurrences as well as the largest achievements or challenges you face. Whether you are conscious of it or not, you are always using your imagination to construct your future. The question is, are you using it deliberately? Or are you letting it run on autopilot, creating circumstances that may not align with your desires? Your imagination is like a movie projector, constantly playing scenes that eventually manifest as the events of your life. If you visualize yourself in a state of lack, struggle, or limitation, those images will form the blueprint for your external reality. Conversely, if you imagine yourself in abundance, health, and success, the world will reflect that back to you. This is not a matter of wishful thinking, but of energetic alignment. The images you hold in your mind are charged with emotion, and that emotional energy is what shapes the circumstances around you. One of the key aspects of how your imagination creates circumstances is that the subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. This is why vividly imagining a scenario can feel so real and evoke such strong emotions. The subconscious mind accepts the images and emotions you feed it, and from there it orchestrates the unfolding of those events in your life. It does so by guiding your actions, shaping your perceptions, and attracting the people, opportunities, and circumstances that match the images in your mind. Consider how powerful this truth is. You have the ability to influence every aspect of your life simply by changing what you imagine. If you are experiencing unwanted circumstances, it is because at some level you have been holding images of those outcomes in your mind, whether through fear, worry, or doubt. By shifting your focus and deliberately imagining the circumstances you desire, you begin to reshape the outer world to match the inner pictures you create. This is a process that takes practice, but the results can be profound. The link between imagination and reality becomes even clearer when you examine your everyday experiences. Think about a time when you were deeply worried about something going wrong. You may have imagined, in vivid detail, all the possible negative outcomes, playing them out over and over in your mind. Chances are, at least some of those imagined scenarios eventually came to pass. This is not because they were inevitable, but because the consistent images of fear and failure you held in your mind influenced the circumstances around you. Your thoughts, emotions, and energy were aligned with those outcomes, and as a result, life unfolded in a way that matched them. Now, imagine the opposite. Envision a time when you were excited and confident about a particular outcome. You may have imagined success, joy, or something wonderful happening, and soon after you found yourself experiencing those very circumstances. This is the power of imagination at work, creating your reality in both conscious and subconscious ways. When you understand this connection, you can harness the power of your imagination to create the circumstances you truly desire. This brings us to the importance of imagination in goal setting and achievement. Before you can achieve any goal, you must first see it in your mind's eye. You must imagine yourself already having accomplished it, feeling the emotions associated with success, and picturing the details as clearly as possible. The more vivid and detailed your imagination, the stronger the signal you send out to the universe. This signal not only attracts the right circumstances and opportunities to help you achieve your goal, but it also shifts your mindset, making you more motivated, confident, and capable of taking the necessary actions. Furthermore, your imagination has the power to transform challenges into opportunities. When faced with a difficult situation, many people immediately react with fear or resistance. They imagine all the ways in which things could go wrong, which only reinforces the problem and makes it harder to overcome. However, when you use your imagination to envision the best possible outcome, even in the face of adversity, you open the door to solutions and opportunities that you may not have seen before. This shift in perspective allows you to move through challenges with greater ease, knowing that you are actively shaping the circumstances in your favor. Another crucial aspect of how your imagination creates circumstances is that it not only influences your external world, but also your internal state. The images you hold in your mind affect your emotions, and those emotions in turn affect your energy and behavior. When you imagine negative outcomes, you feel fear, anxiety, and doubt, which lower your vibration and make it harder to attract positive circumstances. On the other hand, when you imagine positive outcomes, you feel excitement, joy, and confidence, which raise your vibration and align you with the experiences you desire. This emotional alignment is key to manifesting your imagined scenarios into reality. It is important to recognize that you are always imagining something, even if you're not doing it consciously. Your mind is constantly generating images, whether they are based on past experiences, current fears, or future hopes. The key to creating the life you want lies in taking control of this process. By becoming more aware of what you are imagining and deliberately choosing to focus on positive, empowering scenarios, you can begin to shape your circumstances in ways that align with your true desires. Trusting the process is an essential part of manifesting the life you desire. It involves releasing the need to control every detail and instead allowing life to unfold in its natural rhythm. When you trust the process, you understand that everything is happening for your highest good, even if you can't see the full picture in the moment. It's about having faith that the universe is aligning events, circumstances, and people to bring about your desired outcome. This trust allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that what you seek is already in motion, even if it hasn't materialized yet. The act of trusting the process is a surrender to the greater intelligence that governs life. Often we try to force things to happen according to our own timelines, driven by impatience or fear that things won't work out. But this forceful approach stems from a place of doubt and lack of trust. When we let go of the need to micromanage the outcome, we align ourselves with the natural flow of the universe. Trusting the process doesn't mean becoming passive or inactive. It means taking inspired action, and then allowing the universe to handle the details in ways that you may not be able to predict or control. One of the reasons people struggle with trusting the process is because of the illusion of time. We are conditioned to believe that things must happen within a certain time frame, and when they don't, we start to lose faith. But in reality, the timing of events is not always within our control. Sometimes what appears to be a delay is actually a necessary part of the process, orchestrating something far greater than we initially imagined. Trusting the process means having the patience to allow things to unfold at the right time, knowing that the universe operates with precision, and that what is meant for you will never miss you. The process of manifestation is like planting a seed. You don't dig up the soil every day to check if the seed is growing. You trust that with water, sunlight, and time, the seed will sprout into a plant. Similarly, when you set an intention and take steps toward your goals, there is often a period of gestation where nothing seems to be happening on the surface. But beneath the surface, the forces of life are at work, aligning everything needed to bring your vision into reality. Trusting the process is about having faith during this waiting period, knowing that progress is being made even if you can't see it yet. When you trust the process, you free yourself from the stress and anxiety of constantly worrying about the outcome. Worry is a signal that you don't trust the process, that you are trying to control things beyond your power. This anxiety blocks the natural flow of events and creates resistance. The more you focus on how things aren't working or how they should be happening, the more you push away the very things you desire. On the other hand, when you trust the process, you release this resistance and open yourself to receiving what you've asked for in a way that feels effortless and aligned. Another key element of trusting the process is believing in the unseen. Just because you cannot see something happening does not mean that it isn't in motion. The universe works in ways that are often beyond our immediate perception. There may be forces at play behind the scenes that are preparing the way for your desires to manifest. Trusting the process means understanding that the unseen forces of the universe are working in your favor, even when circumstances appear contrary. When you hold this belief, you cultivate a sense of peace and certainty, knowing that the outcome is assured. Trusting the process also requires detachment from the outcome. This doesn't mean giving up on your desires or lowering your standards, but it does mean releasing the need for things to unfold in a specific way. Often, our attachment to a particular outcome can limit us because we are unable to see the bigger picture. The universe may have something even better in store, but if you are too fixated on one specific version of how things should be, you may miss out on something far greater. When you trust the process, you remain open to all possibilities and allow the universe to deliver the best possible outcome, even if it differs from what you originally imagined. Trusting the process is especially important during difficult times. When faced with setbacks, failures, or challenges, it can be tempting to lose faith and give up on your goals. But these moments are often part of the process of growth and transformation. They are not roadblocks, but stepping stones that help you refine your vision, strengthen your resolve, and learn important lessons. Trusting the process means recognizing that every challenge serves a purpose, and that even the obstacles you encounter are leading you toward your desired outcome. It is in these moments of difficulty that trust is most crucial. Another aspect of trusting the process is releasing the need for constant validation. We often look for signs, feedback, or external confirmation that things are going as planned. While it's natural to want reassurance, constantly seeking validation can be a sign that you don't fully trust the process. The need for external confirmation creates dependency on factors outside of yourself, rather than relying on your knowing. Trusting the process is an internal state of confidence that does not require constant proof from the outside world. You simply know, deep within, that things are unfolding as they should. In relationships, trusting the process can be particularly challenging because of the emotional stakes involved. When we care deeply about someone or something, the fear of losing it can cause us to try to control the outcome. But this control can create tension and push people or opportunities away. Trusting the process in relationships means allowing space for growth, understanding that true connection cannot be forced. It involves trusting that the right people, circumstances, and timing will come together naturally without the need for manipulation or overthinking. When you trust the process in relationships, you allow them to evolve organically, and in doing so, you create stronger, more authentic connections. The power of positive expectations is often underestimated, yet it is one of the most profound tools you can use to shape your reality. What you expect, you invite into your life. Your expectations create a mental framework for how you perceive the world and how you engage with it. When you hold positive expectations, you align yourself with favorable outcomes and set the stage for success, happiness, and abundance. The energy you emit through your expectations attracts experiences that match your mindset, whether positive or negative. Therefore, cultivating positive expectations is not just wishful thinking, it is a deliberate practice that influences the circumstances around you. Positive expectations are a reflection of your beliefs about what is possible. When you expect good things to happen, you are essentially declaring your belief that life supports you, that opportunities will arise, and that challenges will be overcome. This belief forms the foundation for your actions, decisions, and interactions with others. It creates a sense of certainty and optimism that permeates every area of your life. On the other hand, when you expect difficulties, failure, or disappointment, you are operating from a place of fear and limitation. Your actions will reflect this mindset, often leading to self-sabotage or missed opportunities. Expecting positive outcomes is not about ignoring reality or denying the existence of challenges. It is about choosing to focus on the potential for growth and success, rather than dwelling on what could go wrong. By doing so, you shift your perspective from one of limitation to one of possibility. This shift has a powerful effect on your overall energy, as your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors align with the expectation of success. You become more motivated, more resilient, and more open to opportunities, because you believe that good things are not only possible but probable. One of the key ways positive expectations shape your reality is through the self-fulfilling prophecy. When you expect good things to happen, you subconsciously align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with that expectation. You begin to notice opportunities you might have otherwise overlooked, and you engage with challenges in a way that leads to solutions. This creates a feedback loop in which your expectations influence your reality, and your reality reinforces your expectations. The more you expect positive outcomes, the more likely they are to occur, which in turn strengthens your belief in positive expectations. Your subconscious mind plays a crucial role in this process. The subconscious mind is highly impressionable and operates based on the beliefs and expectations you hold, whether they are conscious or not. If you consistently expect negative outcomes, your subconscious mind will guide you toward behaviors and decisions that align with those expectations, often without you realizing it. Conversely, when you hold positive expectations, your subconscious mind works to align your actions and perceptions with those expectations, leading you toward favorable outcomes. This is why it is so important to consciously cultivate positive expectations, as they directly influence the subconscious programming that shapes your reality. Positive expectations also have a powerful effect on your emotional state. When you expect good things to happen, you feel hopeful, excited, and motivated. These positive emotions raise your vibrational frequency, making it easier to attract experiences and circumstances that match your elevated state. Conversely, when you expect negative outcomes, you are likely to feel anxious, stressed, or discouraged, which lowers your vibration and attracts experiences that reflect those emotions. By maintaining positive expectations, you keep your emotional state in alignment with the outcomes you desire, allowing you to attract more of what you want into your life. Another important aspect of positive expectations is how they affect your relationships and interactions with others. When you expect positive outcomes in your interactions, you approach others with an open, optimistic, and trusting mindset. This energy is contagious and can influence how others respond to you. People are naturally drawn to those who exude positivity and confidence, and as a result, you are more likely to experience harmonious relationships, productive collaborations, and supportive connections. On the other hand, if you approach relationships with the expectation of conflict, misunderstanding, or betrayal, you may unintentionally create those very dynamics through your attitude and behavior. The power of positive expectations can also be seen in the realm of goal setting and achievement. When you set a goal, your expectation of whether you will succeed or fail has a significant impact on the outcome. If you expect to achieve your goal, you approach it with confidence, determination, and a willingness to overcome obstacles. You persist in the face of challenges because you believe that success is inevitable. However, if you expect to fail, you may approach the goal half-heartedly, give up at the first sign of difficulty, or unconsciously sabotage your own efforts. Positive expectations fuel your perseverance and resilience, making success more likely. It's important to recognize that expectations are a choice. You have the power to decide what you expect from life, regardless of your current circumstances. Even if you have experienced setbacks or challenges in the past, you can choose to shift your expectations toward more positive outcomes. This shift begins with self-awareness and a conscious decision to focus on what you want, rather than what you fear. By consistently expecting good things to happen, you retrain your mind to look for opportunities, solutions, and signs of progress, even in difficult situations. One way to cultivate positive expectations is through visualization and affirmations. When you visualize yourself achieving your goals, experiencing success, and enjoying the outcomes you desire, you reinforce the expectation that these things are possible. Visualization allows you to create a mental image of your desired future, which your mind then works to bring into reality. Similarly, affirmations help to reprogram your subconscious mind with positive beliefs and expectations. By repeatedly affirming that good things are happening in your life, you strengthen your belief in positive outcomes and align your energy with the experiences you want to attract. Another strategy for fostering positive expectations is to surround yourself with positivity. The people you interact with, the media you consume, and the environment you create all influence your mindset and expectations. By surrounding yourself with supportive, optimistic individuals, engaging with uplifting content, and cultivating an environment that reflects abundance and success, you reinforce the belief that good things are always on the horizon. This helps to maintain a positive outlook even when external circumstances may be challenging. Gratitude is one of the most transformative emotional states you can cultivate, and its power lies in its ability to shift your perspective from lack to abundance. When you feel gratitude, you are acknowledging the goodness that already exists in your life, and in doing so, you attract more of the same. Feeling gratitude now, in the present moment, is an act of aligning yourself with abundance and setting the stage for even greater manifestations. It is not just about being thankful for what you have, but also about expressing gratitude for the things you desire, as if they have already come to pass. The key to unlocking the full potential of gratitude is to feel it deeply, not just as a fleeting emotion, but as a powerful, heartfelt experience. Many people practice gratitude by making lists of things they are thankful for, which is a good start. But to truly harness the power of gratitude, you need to immerse yourself in the feeling. This means going beyond simply writing down what you appreciate and instead pausing to reflect on these blessings with genuine emotion. When you feel gratitude in your body, mind, and spirit, you raise your vibrational frequency and align yourself with the energy of receiving more. Feeling gratitude now is not dependent on having everything you want in your life at this moment. It's about recognizing that the very act of being grateful shifts your reality. When you express gratitude, you are acknowledging the abundance that already surrounds you, no matter how big or small. This creates an energetic loop where the more you are grateful for, the more you receive to be grateful for. It's a magnetic force that draws positive experiences, opportunities, and people into your life. By focusing on what you appreciate now, you set the tone for even greater abundance in the future. Gratitude is also closely tied to the law of attraction. When you feel grateful for the things you desire as if they are already yours, you are telling the universe that you are ready to receive. This sends a powerful message of trust and belief in the manifestation process. It's a declaration that you have faith in the outcome, and this faith opens the doors for those desires to come into your reality. By acting as if what you want has already been fulfilled, you align yourself with the frequency of having rather than wanting. This subtle yet profound shift in perspective transforms your energy from one of lack to one of fulfillment. Feeling gratitude now also has the power to transform your emotional state. When you focus on what you appreciate, it's almost impossible to simultaneously feel negative emotions like fear, doubt, or frustration. Gratitude uplifts your mood and fills you with a sense of contentment and peace. Even during challenging times, practicing gratitude helps to shift your focus away from the problem and onto the blessings that still exist in your life. This shift in focus allows you to regain a sense of control and clarity, enabling you to approach challenges from a place of positivity rather than despair. Gratitude also strengthens your faith in the unseen. Often we get caught up in waiting for external validation or visible signs of progress before we allow ourselves to feel grateful. But feeling gratitude now is about trusting that what you desire is already on its way. Even if you can't see it yet, it's about having confidence in the process and knowing that the universe is working behind the scenes to bring your desires to fruition. When you feel grateful for things you have not yet physically experienced, you are operating from a place of inner certainty and unshakable faith, which accelerates the manifestation process. Another powerful aspect of feeling gratitude now is how it enhances your relationships. When you express genuine appreciation for the people in your life, you strengthen your connection with them. Gratitude fosters deeper bonds, as it shows others that you value and cherish their presence. It shifts your focus from what might be lacking in a relationship to what is already working well. This positive focus improves communication, understanding, and trust, creating a harmonious and supportive environment. When others feel appreciated, they are more likely to reciprocate with kindness and generosity, further enriching the relationship. Gratitude also plays a crucial role in building resilience. Life will inevitably present challenges, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. However, those who practice gratitude regularly are better equipped to handle these difficulties with grace and strength. When you feel gratitude in the midst of adversity, you remind yourself of the good that still exists, even in tough times. This perspective helps you to stay grounded and hopeful, knowing that difficulties are temporary and that better things are on the horizon. Gratitude acts as a buffer, protecting your mindset from being overwhelmed by negativity and helping you maintain a positive outlook, even when things are tough. One of the most profound effects of feeling gratitude now is how it influences your perception of abundance. So often we focus on what we don't have, creating a mindset of lack and limitation. But when you practice gratitude, you shift your focus to what you do have, which creates a sense of abundance. This shift in focus changes your relationship with money, success, and prosperity. Instead of feeling like there's never enough, you start to see the wealth and opportunities that are already present in your life. This mindset of abundance attracts even more wealth, success, and prosperity into your reality. In the realm of personal growth, gratitude is a powerful tool for self-reflection and awareness. When you regularly practice feeling gratitude now, you become more attuned to the positive aspects of your journey. You start to recognize the small victories, the lessons learned, and the personal growth that has occurred along the way. This awareness helps you to appreciate not just the end results, but also the process of becoming the person you want to be. It shifts your focus from the destination to the journey, allowing you to find joy and fulfillment in each step you take toward your goals. Gratitude also enhances your creativity and problem-solving abilities. When you focus on the positives in any situation, you open your mind to new possibilities and perspectives. Instead of being bogged down by problems, you start to see potential solutions and opportunities for growth. Gratitude helps you approach challenges with a mindset of curiosity and optimism, which sparks creative thinking and innovation. By feeling grateful for the lessons hidden within difficulties, you transform obstacles into stepping stones towards success, allowing you to navigate life with greater ease and resourcefulness. Gratitude has a profound effect on your physical and mental well-being. Numerous studies have shown that practicing gratitude leads to better health outcomes, including lower stress levels, improved immune function, and increased overall happiness. When you feel gratitude now, you reduce the stress hormones in your body, which promotes relaxation and well-being. It also increases the production of feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, which elevate your mood and enhance your sense of happiness. This state of well-being further reinforces your ability to attract positive experiences, creating a cycle of health, happiness, and abundance. Fear and doubt are the greatest barriers to achieving anything in life. They creep into your mind and slowly paralyze your thoughts, preventing you from moving forward. These emotions have a subtle way of sabotaging your best intentions, your dreams, and your confidence. However, when you learn to let go of fear and doubt, you free yourself from their limitations and open the door to endless possibilities. To manifest the life you truly desire, you must release these emotional chains and trust that everything is working in your favor, even when you can't yet see the full picture. Letting go of fear and doubt doesn't mean that you deny their existence or pretend they aren't there. Instead, it means recognizing these emotions when they arise and consciously choosing not to let them control you. Fear and doubt are natural reactions when you step outside your comfort zone or when you're on the brink of something new and unfamiliar. They arise as a defense mechanism, trying to keep you safe from perceived danger or failure. But the truth is, these emotions are often based on illusions, not reality. They stem from past experiences, limiting beliefs, or a lack of trust in your own abilities. To let go of fear and doubt, it's important to understand their root cause. Most fear is born from a fear of the unknown, the fear of the unknown, the fear that something bad might happen, or that you won't be able to handle a situation. Doubt often arises from a lack of confidence in yourself, your abilities, or the belief that you are worthy of success. These feelings create a mindset of scarcity and limitation, where you focus on all the things that could go wrong instead of the endless possibilities that could go right. The key to breaking free from fear and doubt is shifting your focus from what you fear to what you desire. One of the most powerful ways to let go of fear and doubt is to change your internal dialogue. The thoughts you think and the words you speak to yourself shape your reality. If your mind is constantly filled with thoughts like, "What if I fail?" or "I'm not good enough," you are reinforcing these fears and doubts, making them stronger. Instead, begin to replace these thoughts with empowering statements that affirm your ability to succeed. Tell yourself, "I am capable, I am deserving, and I can handle anything that comes my way." By repeating these affirmations consistently, you start to rewire your brain to focus on confidence and belief rather than fear and doubt. Another important step in letting go of fear and doubt is to embrace uncertainty. Life is full of unknowns, and trying to control every outcome only creates more fear and stress. Instead of fearing what you don't know, learn to embrace it as part of the adventure. Uncertainty holds the potential for growth, expansion, and new opportunities. When you let go of the need for certainty, you give yourself the freedom to explore new possibilities without being held back by fear of the unknown. Trust that the universe is guiding you toward what is best for you, even if you can't see the full path ahead. Faith in the process is essential to overcoming fear and doubt. When you trust that everything is unfolding as it should, you release the need to worry about how things will happen. You focus instead on taking inspired action and allowing the results to unfold naturally. Fear and doubt lose their power when you have unwavering faith that the outcome is already secure. This faith is not blind optimism, but a deep inner knowing that what is meant for you will find its way to you, no matter the obstacles or setbacks that arise. Letting go of fear and doubt also requires you to take bold action. Often, the best way to overcome fear is to face it head-on. When you take action despite feeling fear, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling the situation, and the fear begins to diminish. Each time you step outside your comfort zone and take action in the direction of your dreams, you weaken the hold that fear and doubt have on you. Bold action builds momentum, and as you continue to move forward, you develop a sense of confidence and self-trust that empowers you to keep going, even when things feel uncertain. An effective way to deal with doubt is to focus on past successes. Take time to reflect on moments when you overcame challenges, faced your fears, and succeeded despite feeling unsure. These memories serve as powerful reminders of your strength and resilience. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself of the times when you didn't know how things would work out, but they did. Reflecting on past successes helps to build a reservoir of confidence that you can draw from when you're faced with new challenges. It shifts your mindset from "I don't know if I can do this" to "I've done this before, and I can do it again." Fear and doubt are often amplified by comparison. When you look at others and compare your journey to theirs, you may feel that you are falling short, or that you're not where you should be. This comparison creates unnecessary pressure and breeds self-doubt. It's important to remember that everyone's path is different, and the timing of your success is uniquely yours. Let go of the need to compare yourself to others, and instead focus on your own progress. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small they may seem, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be on your journey. Mindfulness and presence are also powerful tools in letting go of fear and doubt. Fear and doubt thrive in the future, worrying about what might happen, what could go wrong, or what if things don't turn out the way you hope. When you bring yourself back to the present moment, you take your focus away from the unknown future and place it on the here and now. In the present, there is no room for fear and doubt, because you are fully engaged in what you are doing. Practicing mindfulness allows you to quiet the mental chatter and stay grounded in the moment, where you have the power to take action and create change. Another powerful technique is visualization. By visualizing yourself already having achieved your goals and living the life you desire, you train your mind to focus on success rather than failure. See yourself confident, capable, and thriving in the situation you are working toward. Feel the emotions of success, fulfillment, and joy as if it has already happened. This process helps to reprogram your subconscious mind to expect positive outcomes, which weakens the grip of fear and doubt. Visualization creates a mental blueprint for success, making it easier to move forward with confidence and clarity. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is essential when letting go of fear and doubt. The people you spend time with have a profound impact on your mindset and beliefs. If you surround yourself with people who are constantly negative, fearful, or doubtful, it will be challenging to maintain a positive and confident outlook. Seek out people who inspire and uplift you, who believe in your potential, and who encourage you to go after your dreams. Their support and encouragement will help to reinforce your belief in yourself and your ability to overcome any fears or doubts you may have. Persistence is the key that unlocks the door to everything you desire. The act of assuming something is not enough if you are not willing to persist in that assumption, especially when faced with circumstances that seem to contradict it. To manifest what you want, you must hold on to the assumption that it is already yours, regardless of what appears to be happening in the external world. This persistence requires a strong commitment to the belief that your inner world of thoughts, emotions, and assumptions you cultivate will eventually shape your outer reality. At the core of this principle is the understanding that the external world is a reflection of your internal state. What you assume to be true, whether consciously or unconsciously, manifests itself in your life. Every thought, feeling, and assumption acts like a seed planted in the soil of your subconscious mind. If you persist in nurturing this seed through consistent focus and belief, it will grow and materialize in the form of your life experiences. However, if you waver in your assumption, allowing doubt or fear to creep in, you disrupt the growth process, delaying or preventing your desired outcome from coming to fruition. Persistence in your assumption is essential because life is filled with moments that will challenge your beliefs. When you begin to assume a new reality, whether it's a new job, a loving relationship, or financial abundance, there may be times when it seems like nothing is happening, or that circumstances are moving in the opposite direction. These moments are crucial tests of your faith. The question is, will you continue to hold on to your assumption, or will you let go of it in favor of what your current reality is showing you? The key to success lies in maintaining your inner conviction, even when the outer world suggests otherwise. This kind of persistence requires mental discipline. It is easy to assume something for a short period of time, but it is much more challenging to maintain that assumption day after day, especially when you are met with resistance or delays. However, the more you practice, the stronger your ability to persist will become. It's like building a muscle. Every time you persist in your assumption, you strengthen your ability to stay focused on your desired outcome, regardless of the circumstances. Over time, this mental discipline becomes second nature, and you find it easier to hold on to your assumptions with unwavering faith. One of the most effective ways to persist in your assumption is to immerse yourself in the feeling of already having what you desire. The more vividly you can imagine yourself living in the reality you want to create, the easier it becomes to maintain your assumption. Visualization is a powerful tool in this process. By regularly visualizing yourself in your desired situation, you strengthen your connection to that reality and reinforce the belief that it is already yours. This consistent focus on the end result helps to keep you aligned with your assumption, even in the face of challenges. It's important to recognize that persistence does not mean obsessing over the outcome or constantly worrying about when and how it will happen. Instead, persistence is about holding a quiet, steady belief that your assumption will manifest in due time. It is about trusting the process and knowing that the universe is working behind the scenes to bring your desires into reality. The more you can relax into this trust, the easier it becomes to persist without feeling anxious or impatient. There will be moments when doubt or fear arises, but it's important not to let these emotions take over doubt instead of giving in to doubt. Use it as an opportunity to reaffirm your assumption. When negative thoughts arise, gently remind yourself that they do not have the power to derail your manifestation unless you give them that power. Every time you catch yourself doubting or worrying, pause and consciously choose to redirect your focus back to your assumption. This practice of awareness and redirection helps to keep you aligned with your desired outcome and strengthens your persistence. Another important aspect of persistence is patience. Manifestation is not always instantaneous. Sometimes the universe needs time to rearrange circumstances and bring everything into alignment with your desire. During this waiting period, it can be tempting to give up or change course, but doing so only delays the process. Patience is a crucial part of persistence because it allows you to stay calm and centered, even when results aren't immediately visible. Trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, and continue to hold onto your assumption with confidence. It's also helpful to remember that your assumption doesn't need to be perfect. You don't have to feel completely certain 100% of the time in order for your assumption to manifest. What matters most is your overall commitment to the assumption, even in the face of doubt or uncertainty. I think of it as a process of tipping the scales each time you reaffirm your assumption. You add weight to the side of belief. Over time, the balance tips in favor of your desired outcome, and it becomes inevitable that your assumption will manifest. Surrounding yourself with positive influences can also support your persistence. The people you spend time with, the media you consume, and the environment you immerse yourself in all have an impact on your mindset and beliefs. If you are surrounded by negativity, doubt, or fear, it becomes much harder to persist in your assumption. On the other hand, if you fill your life with positive, uplifting influences that reinforce your belief in your ability to manifest your desires, it becomes much easier to stay focused and persistent. One practical way to reinforce your persistence is by creating daily rituals that support your assumption. These rituals could include affirmations, journaling, meditation, or visualization exercises. By incorporating these practices into your daily routine, you create a consistent space to nurture your assumption and keep it at the forefront of your mind. Over time, these rituals help to solidify your belief in the manifestation of your desires and keep you aligned with your assumption, even when external circumstances seem challenging. It's important to stay detached from the how and when of your manifestation. Persistence is not about trying to control every aspect of the process or forcing things to happen on your timeline. Instead, it's about maintaining a steady belief that your desired outcome is on its way, without getting bogged down by the details of how it will come to pass. When you focus too much on the specifics, you create resistance and block the flow of manifestation. Trust that the universe has infinite ways of bringing your assumption to life, and allow yourself to stay open to unexpected paths and opportunities. In moments of challenge, it can be helpful to remind yourself of the times when you successfully manifested something in the past. Reflect on those experiences and remember how persistence played a key role in bringing your desires to life. By looking back at these successes, you reinforce your belief in the power of persistence and remind yourself that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. The idea that energy follows focus is a principle that underpins how we shape our reality. Where you direct your attention, your thoughts, and your emotions, you also direct your energy. And that energy is what brings your desires, beliefs, and assumptions into physical form. This concept applies to every aspect of life, whether you're focusing on success, failure, abundance, or lack. The energy that flows to those areas intensifies and expands their presence in your life. Imagine your focus as a magnifying glass that concentrates sunlight. If you direct it toward a specific point, the focused energy will eventually ignite a flame. Your thoughts and emotions work in much the same way. When you consistently focus on a particular outcome or desire, you send a concentrated stream of energy toward it, making it more likely to manifest in your experience. Conversely, if your attention is scattered or directed toward negative outcomes, your energy follows suit, creating scattered or negative results. In everyday life, the direction of your focus determines the quality of your experiences. If you're constantly thinking about problems, setbacks, or things that frustrate you, you'll find more of those situations popping up. It's not just that you're noticing them more, it's that your focused energy is actively creating more of the same. On the other hand, if you consistently focus on solutions, opportunities, and things that uplift you, your energy is directed toward expanding those positive aspects in your life. The universe reflects back to you whatever you focus on with intensity and consistency. Your emotions serve as powerful indicators of where your focus lies. Positive emotions like joy, gratitude, and excitement indicate that your energy is aligned with what you desire. These emotions show that you're focusing on things that bring you fulfillment and satisfaction, allowing energy to flow freely toward those areas. Negative emotions like fear, worry, or frustration, on the other hand, signal that your focus is on unwanted outcomes or obstacles. In these moments, it's crucial to become aware of where your attention is going and consciously shift it toward a more positive direction. The beauty of this principle is that you have control over where you direct your focus. No matter what circumstances you're facing, you can choose to focus on the aspects that uplift you and align with your desires. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending that challenges don't exist. Rather, it's about choosing where to place your attention in a way that empowers you to create the outcomes you want. By shifting your focus from problems to solutions, from lack to abundance, from fear to love, you harness the power of energy, following focus to transform your life. One way to harness this power is through visualization. When you visualize your desired outcome, you are actively directing your focus toward it, sending a powerful stream of energy in that direction. The more vividly you can imagine yourself living in that desired state, the more real it becomes in your mind, and eventually in your outer world. Visualization works because it channels your mental and emotional energy toward a specific outcome, aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with that desired reality. It's like setting a course for where you want to go and allowing the energy to carry you there. Another key to effectively using this principle is consistency. It's not enough to focus on something for a few minutes or a single day and expect dramatic results. Just as a magnifying glass won't ignite a flame if you keep moving it around, your energy won't create lasting results if your focus is inconsistent. To truly manifest what you want, you must hold your focus steadily on your desired outcome over time. This requires mental discipline and a commitment to redirecting your attention whenever you find it drifting toward negative or unproductive thoughts. Distractions are a major challenge when it comes to maintaining focus. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with information media and external influences that can pull our attention in 1,000 different directions. If you're not mindful, it's easy to get caught up in these distractions and lose sight of your goals. However, by cultivating awareness of where your focus is going, you can make conscious choices about what to give your attention to and what to let go. This practice of mindfulness allows you to regain control over your focus and direct your energy more effectively. It's also important to remember that what you focus on expands, not just in your personal life, but in your interactions with others. If you focus on the negative traits or behaviors of those around you, you will begin to notice more of those traits and behaviors, creating a cycle of negativity. On the other hand, if you focus on the positive qualities in people, you'll begin to see more of those qualities, which will improve your relationships and overall well-being. Your energy doesn't just affect you, it also influences the dynamics and energy of those around you. The same principle applies to your self-perception. If you focus on your weaknesses, mistakes, or shortcomings, you reinforce those aspects of yourself and give them more power. However, if you choose to focus on your strengths, achievements, and potential, you magnify those qualities and allow them to grow. By consistently focusing on the best version of yourself, you direct your energy toward becoming that person, accelerating your personal growth and success. Your focus also affects your level of resilience in the face of challenges. When difficulties arise, it's natural to feel discouraged or overwhelmed. But where you place your focus in those moments makes all the difference. If you dwell on the difficulty itself, you give it more power and make it harder to overcome. But if you shift your focus toward the solutions, the lessons, or the opportunities within the challenge, you redirect your energy toward growth and progress. In this way, challenges become stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Gratitude is another powerful tool for directing your focus. When you consciously focus on the things you are grateful for, you shift your energy into a state of abundance and appreciation. This shift in focus not only makes you feel better in the moment, but also attracts more things to be grateful for into your life. The energy of gratitude amplifies whatever you are focusing on, making it a potent practice for manifesting your desires. The principle that energy follows focus is about understanding the creative power of your attention. Every thought, every emotion, and every moment of focus is contributing to the life you are creating. By becoming aware of where your focus is going and making intentional choices about what to concentrate on, you can direct your energy toward the outcomes you desire most. It's not about perfection, but about persistence and awareness, ensuring that your focus is aligned with the reality you want to experience. Confidence is a powerful force in the process of manifestation. It serves as the foundation upon which all your desires can be built. When you manifest from a place of confidence, you are not only asserting your intentions, but also aligning your energy with the belief that you are deserving of your desires. This alignment becomes a magnetic force, attracting opportunities, people, and circumstances that reflect your inner state of belief. Manifesting from confidence is about understanding the interplay between your self-belief, your intentions, and the outcomes you wish to create. At its core, confidence is the unwavering belief in your own abilities and worth. It's a deep-seated assurance that you have what it takes to achieve your goals, overcome challenges, and realize your dreams. When you approach manifestation from this state of confidence, you naturally exude a sense of positivity and empowerment. This energy vibrates at a frequency that resonates with the universe, sending out signals that your desires are not just possible, but inevitable. Confidence acts as a catalyst, propelling your manifestations into reality by removing the barriers of doubt and fear. The relationship between confidence and manifestation is reciprocal. As you begin to see your desires materialize, your confidence grows, creating a virtuous cycle. Each small success reinforces your belief in your abilities and the power of your intentions, leading to even bolder manifestations. This cycle creates momentum, making it easier to tackle larger goals as you build a track record of success. Conversely, a lack of confidence can create a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you doubt your ability to manifest your desires, you're likely to take actions that align with that belief, ultimately leading to missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. One of the most significant aspects of manifesting from confidence is the ability to take inspired action. When you trust in your own abilities, you're more likely to step outside your comfort zone and take the necessary steps to bring your desires to fruition. This might involve networking, applying for jobs, pursuing creative endeavors, or initiating conversations that align with your goals. Confidence empowers you to act decisively, knowing that even if you encounter obstacles, you have the resilience and creativity to navigate them. To cultivate this confidence, it's essential to challenge any limiting beliefs that may be holding you back. These beliefs often stem from past experiences or societal conditioning that have taught you to doubt your worth or abilities. Identifying these limiting beliefs is the first step in dismantling them. Once you recognize these thoughts, you can consciously choose to replace them with affirmations of empowerment and self-worth. For instance, if you find yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," you can counter that with, "I am more than capable of achieving my desires." This conscious reprogramming is crucial in shifting your mindset and fostering the confidence necessary for manifestation. Visualization is another potent tool for manifesting from confidence. By visualizing your desired outcomes with vivid detail, you create a mental image of success that reinforces your belief in its possibility. Imagine yourself not just achieving your goals, but doing so with ease and joy. Feel the emotions associated with that success: pride, happiness, fulfillment. This process not only strengthens your self-belief, but also helps to align your energy with the reality you wish to create. The more you visualize, the more confident you become in your ability to manifest those desires. Surrounding yourself with supportive people is also vital in nurturing your confidence. The energy and beliefs of those around you can significantly impact your self-perception. Engage with individuals who uplift and inspire you, who believe in your potential, and who encourage you to pursue your dreams. This positive reinforcement helps to bolster your confidence, providing a safe space to explore your ambitions without the fear of judgment. Additionally, sharing your goals with a supportive community can create accountability and motivation, further enhancing your belief in yourself and your capabilities. Another essential aspect of manifesting from confidence is embracing failure as part of the journey. When you approach your goals with confidence, you understand that setbacks are not indicators of your worth or ability, but rather opportunities for growth and learning. Each challenge you face provides valuable insights that can refine your approach and strengthen your resolve. By adopting a growth mindset, you transform failure into a stepping stone toward success, rather than a reason to retreat into doubt. This resilience builds your confidence over time, reinforcing the belief that you can overcome obstacles and ultimately achieve your desires. Celebrating small victories is equally important in this process. Each time you take a step toward your goal, no matter how minor, acknowledge and celebrate that progress. This practice reinforces your sense of accomplishment and reinforces your confidence in your ability to manifest. It's easy to overlook these smaller achievements in pursuit of larger goals, but recognizing them helps to cultivate a positive mindset and encourages you to keep pushing forward. The more you celebrate your journey, the more confident you become in your ability to navigate the path ahead. Affirmations are another powerful tool for reinforcing confidence. Crafting daily affirmations that resonate with your goals can significantly influence your self-belief. For example, phrases like "I am deserving of all good things" or "I confidently pursue my dreams" can help reshape your thought patterns and instill a sense of empowerment. Repeat these affirmations daily, preferably in front of a mirror, to enhance their impact. Over time, these affirmations help to anchor your confidence, making it easier to approach your manifestations with belief and certainty. Moreover, embracing your unique qualities and strengths is fundamental in manifesting from confidence. Understand that your individuality is your superpower. Acknowledge the skills, talents, and perspectives that set you apart. When you recognize and appreciate your unique contributions, you build a solid foundation of self-worth. This acknowledgement not only boosts your confidence, but also allows you to approach your goals from a place of authenticity, which is crucial in attracting what you truly desire. Engaging in activities that promote self-care and self-love is also vital for nurturing confidence. Taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being fosters a sense of empowerment. When you prioritize self-care, you send a message to yourself that you are worthy of love and attention. This self-affirmation directly impacts your confidence, allowing you to approach your goals with a more positive and empowered mindset. Trust in the process of manifestation itself is essential. Confidence thrives on the belief that what you desire is already on its way to you. Trust that the universe is orchestrating the right circumstances and opportunities that align with your intentions. This trust allows you to let go of the need for control and opens you up to receive the abundance that is available to you. When you trust the process, you naturally manifest from a state of confidence, knowing that your desires are unfolding in perfect timing. In conclusion, the journey of manifesting from confidence is not just about achieving specific goals, it's about cultivating a profound belief in yourself and your ability to shape your reality. As you harness the power of your thoughts, emotions, and actions, remember that confidence is the key that unlocks the door to your desires. By focusing on your strengths, embracing challenges, and celebrating every step along the way, you empower yourself to manifest the life you truly desire. Trust in the process, knowing that energy follows focus, and your unwavering belief in your worthiness will attract the opportunities and experiences you seek. As you visualize your success and surround yourself with positivity, you create a magnetic force that draws your dreams closer to you. Ultimately, manifesting from confidence is about recognizing that you are the architect of your own life. The thoughts you think, the emotions you feel, and the actions you take all contribute to the reality you create. So stand tall, embody your self-worth, and declare boldly that everything always works out for you. Embrace this truth and watch as your confidence transforms your aspirations into reality. Remember, the universe is listening, and it is responding to the energy you put forth. Manifest with confidence and witness the magic unfold in your life.